Alright, my wicked ones. I had to take a break because I went and made another video, and this video app shit. So we're gonna do it over one more time, that way I can leave you with something great to go hunting tonight. So, I've talked about all this a little bit, but I said I wanted to talk about Jesus, the Nephilim, and dragons. And I don't know if I'll exactly get into dragons this moment. I'm going to talk about Jesus and the Nephilim. So, the Nephilim, put these little guys over here. Nephilim are children, right, of humans and spirits. Now, I don't know how many of you extensively read the Bible, and for you Bible thumpers, I'm about to really upset you. So, when Jesus died and passed away, he told his followers that you know not who I am. And I thought that was probably one of the greatest jokes he probably could have told right before they crucified him. But I understand why. So, if you read the Bible, the Holy Spirit, so once again, God's Spirit, inhabited a woman, and she became pregnant. Now, we all think Jesus was a man, but he blatantly, son of God, sons of God. Okay? Yeah. Alright. So Jesus himself was, in fact, an Nephilim. Right? And this is where destroying people in the apocalypse starts. When Jesus died and he went to hell, he went and informed all of his little brothers and sisters of the plan, which was Antichrist time. Antichrist, okay, so he who is not Christ, anti, right? But when we look up this word, it doesn't mean evil. What it means is not, okay? So not Christ. But if you continue down the rabbit hole of translation, it means second. It means not the first. So Antichrist, if you read in the Jewish text, says that the Antichrist will be their Jesus. Yeah, no spelling, because I'm trying to spell two words at once. So it will be their Jesus. And what that means is because the Jews will finally understand that the first Christ came to redeem the Nephilim souls that were first banished because they did wrong. Now, this is in the book of Enoch, because it talks about how when the flood happened, which will talk about killing all the giants being half-bloods, says that their souls would stay trapped in the material plane. That's our world, okay? You notice how they say heaven and hell, heaven and earth, but they don't say heaven, earth, and hell? That's because, in a way, hell is right here on earth, or in earth, I should say. You know, that bottomless pit well, you know? I think the joke is tell a blonde to pee in a corner and in a round room and figure that shit out, right? Well, how can you be bottomless? A sphere. Okay? Center of the earth, sphere, bottomless pit. So Jesus is an Nephilim. And this is what they don't want you to know in the Christian mythology. It's why Constantine took out that book, because it goes in elaborate detail as to what that is. Now, some of these old spirits continued to have children after the flood. And it talks about how some of the Nephilim were righteous in the eyes of God, because, sins of the Father passed down to the Son. That talks about knowledge, not physical sin. Otherwise, every human born would be born of the sins of their parents. And at least sub-mathematically, it doesn't work. So, the whole point of the Antichrist is, instead of being a Nephilim, being an actual human. And the whole point of anti is because we're anteing up, right? We're upgrading. So, in order to do that, we gotta play with this atom over here. And I will get to the atom in a science spiel, but I'm not going to do it right now. I think at this point, part of the problem is, guys, I'm overheating, and I already went through the story like 3 more times today than I have recorded because the app's shit. But that's okay. Wow, I explained this a lot easier than I thought I'd have to. Yeah, so, when God, there we go. See, I caught myself. So when God had His Spirit make Jesus, God essentially committed the same sin as the nephilem. But as the angels. But His Spirit, so His nephilem child, Jesus, never ate of man's flesh, never went to war. Believe it or not, they won't tell you, but he did carry around a sword. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. And when he died sinless. So he was a nephilim, so half-breed, was sinless. And that sinless man, as we like to say, went to hell for a few days and talked to all his other brothers and sisters. Not only talked to his brothers and sisters, he talked to, well, what I'd call his children, which are us humans. Now, I'm most of the way through this video, so I'm going to get a little off topic for a minute, because I want to explain why I'm doing all this. And a lot of people are going to understand, a lot of people are going to think I'm crazy, and that's okay. We're all crazy, it's about Halloween. Get into the spirit. So I have followed another old phrase my entire life, which is, it's better to be a farmer, right? A farmer, no, sorry. It's better to be a warrior in a field than a farmer in a war. And how this works, if you break down concepts and philosophy and whatnot, is it is better to work the field and grow with knowledge of destruction than it is for someone who knows how to create getting thrown into a war. I had this one probably better spelled out earlier, but it's late. I'll hit and hash way more of this, and I'm going to go over and over it again. Like, people think I'm probably going to quit after a week. No, I am on to you guys, because there's stuff happening, and we need to get talking about it. And like I said, eventually one of these stupid videos are going to click. I'm going to upset someone enough eventually that this goes viral. And I am. So Jesus himself was a warrior who preached. Because like I said, he carried a sword. He learned carpentry. Something I learned my entire life. His mother, well, they don't talk about it a lot. She was a healer. She was, what we call a medic. My mother was a medic too. And once again, synchronicities. People say there's no such thing as coincidences, and at this point, I don't believe in coincidences either. I believe in fate, I believe in destiny, and I believe that you humans like to screw it up because you think you understand time when you have blatantly taken time out. I only got a minute left, so let's break it down for you guys for a minute. I'm on this adventure because you guys need somebody to be. And all these Christians are going to keep going back to their books. All these pagans are going to go back to their books. All you everyday workers, you're just going to go back to job. And you're just going to assume the apocalypse isn't going to happen. Now, we got World War III, and this technology I'm breaking into is to save us in World War III because, well, us Americans, we make some of the coolest shit. Now let's see if this video gleeks out on me. Nope. 10 seconds. Nice. Alright, guys, it's a harvest moon tonight. It means it's a hunter's moon. Gave you guys a target.